Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Forensics Crime Scene Detective. In this episode, we're going to be looking at, I think it's biological evidence. So we've done training 1, we've done training 2. The first one was just basically how to pick up evidence, photograph it, place a wee marker down, just the very basics. The second training one we did, it was collecting fingerprints. Now, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it, please. Because at the end, I collected as much as I could, went through the fingerprints, learned the fingerprint system, which is actually quite decent once you get to know how to do it. It took a wee minute for me to figure it out. But then at the end, when I went to complete the mission, it said I had 0% fingerprint analysis, even though I had done the analysis and what matched and what didn't match, it said 0. So at the end of that video, I said I would go back and play the mission again and see maybe where I went wrong. Well, I have a little bit of an update for you. It turns out what I should have done, I think anyway, is I should have analysed the fingerprints like I did, but then went to the computer and emailed it back to the person that was talking to me about the fingerprints in the first place. Because once I did that, well, I did that for one of the fingerprints and it gave me a little percentage off fingerprint analysis complete. So I'm guessing that's where I went wrong. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, here we are. So we're going to go into training 3. This training teaches you about collecting and analysing biological samples. So that's going to be like blood and semen and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, boys and girls? Since this is a training scenario, you already know exactly which evidence needs to be secured. This is a luxury that never occurs in a real case. So we need to collect one blood sample. So it's going to be pretty easy. Now, we have unlocked training 4, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do the blood sample. So let's get that. Let's select the blood sample case, biological evidence, okay? Let's go to the door and go to the crime scene. So how you all doing? I hope you're enjoying this series so far. We haven't even unlocked the proper cases yet, so we haven't. But here we are, 8:47 AM. You have arrived at the LKA training site to learn about collecting and analysing biological samples. Take a look around and interact with the yellow hints. Here we go again. Yep, same place as before, like the lighthouse. Is that new? Was this always here? I don't know if that was always there. Okay, so here we go, in this place here, collecting biological evidence. Let's take a look what that's got to say for itself. Take an evidence photo first. Get the biomaterial kit from the tool case. Hold A to extract the biological evidence. Press the left mouse button to lower the swab and move it to collect material. Once enough is collected, press 2 to secure the swab. Okay, so where is the blood itself? Would be my next question. Oh, was that it there? Look at that, there it is there. A little bit of blood. A little bit of blood. Okay. So we'll open up our case lids. And let's take our... No, actually I need to put that back. I meant to collect the evidence marker. Because you have to be thorough in this game and you want to put evidence markers against everything and take a photograph. So we'll put you back. And now we'll take the photo. Zoom in. Perfect. There we go. Now I've said it in every video so far and I'll say it again here. This putting everything back one at a time is really annoying. I wish you could carry like a bunch of these and the camera at the one time, but seemingly you can't. Okay, so we're going to take some swabs of this blood. So let's get into this. Here we go. We'll just dab it up. Can't hold it. We have to dab it. Oh, that looks nice. That's nice and deep. You can't really go wrong, can you? Is that enough? I say it's enough. Yeah, so exit. Right, so we need to look for some more, maybe? Bloodstains? Or is that... Let's take a look. Okay, briefing. We should have looked at this first. Technically. So we have a written statement here. Someone was injured and left behind a biological sample. So there's only... So there should be saliva as well. There is a blood sample, but there should be a saliva sample. Now, I'm no genius, but I would imagine a saliva sample will be on a glass of some kind. Or a cup. Something along those lines, I imagine. Let's take a look. We're going to look for a glass or cup. Or a toothbrush, of course. Was there a toothbrush in the bathroom? Is there a toothbrush in here? Let's get down. No toothbrushes. How do these people clean their teeth? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? But we do have bottles. But again, there's nothing here that's like jumping out at me to say here, I'm a sample. Anywhere? Anywhere at all? Oh, what's this? There's a glass. I think it's a glass. It looks like a glass. You can't open the cupboards or nothing. Seemingly. Unless someone's just hock-a-loogied on the floor, of course. Let me go back in this case file. So yeah, there's a... Oh, here, I'm a silly bugger. I think that is... That's one we've already got in the system, right? So that's our... is it Doe? That's Jacob Doe is the person who's a witness. John Doe's saliva. DNA sample and saliva sample. Right, okay. Change page. There's one page. Change tab. Right, okay. Maybe there is no saliva sample, maybe it's just a blood sample. It should say in the tab thing, collect blood sample. Like what you're meant to do. Is it here? Yeah, there we go. Just one blood sample, which we've done. So I'm wasting my time trying to find saliva. What am I thinking? Okay, okay. What we can do is we can go back then to our lab and analyze the blood sample. Nope, let me put you back. And let's go back to the lab. And we'll analyze this blood sample and see if we can match it up. I'm not sure how we're going to have to do it. It's going to be another mini game, but it'll be fun. Right, so here is, see, this is the email system I was talking about at the start of the video. So you've collected the DNA sample from the crime scene. The next step is to create a DNA profile and analyze it in the lab. Okay. Let's close that. There's a little field kit there. Right, so DNA comparison. Press A to place two DNA samples. One must be a known reference profile and one an unknown profile. Use the control knobs to scale and align the profiles. Work carefully. Accuracy is rated during case evaluations. We're trying to match them up. Decide whether the DNA profiles match or do not match. Export the results. Exit the station and pick up the result folder. Okay. So we can compare the DNA because we have two different ones. Well, we're meant to have two different ones. Where is my DNA? Bioevidence analysis. Press A to create DNA profiles. Select one or more biological samples. Okay, this is how we do it then. Start analyzing by closing the door. Once processing is complete, a result folder appears next to the analysis unit. Pick it up. Okay, so we can place our samples in here. So we'll do that one first. Can we do both? I think we can maybe do both. Shouldn't mess it up. They're being analysed and I'll get the folder and then we can compare the two and see if they're the same person. Boom, there she is. So can we look at it? There's our sample there. You've clicked DNA sample from the crime scene. Next step is to create a DNA profile and analyze it in the lab. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so there's the other one. Let's take a look at it. That's John Doe's sample, and that's the blood sample we found in the apartment. We have to try and match that up to this to see if it is the same person. There we go. Right, so there is our little piece there, right? So we have to scale it up and see, does this match? No match there. No match there. I'm not seeing a... Hang on now, that... No, they're too far gone. Oh, this one could be a match. See, if I could match that... No, it's not a match, that's too tall. By the time it gets to the right scale, it's too tall. Yeah. No. No. I don't think it's a match, you know. I am doing this right, aren't I? Yeah, we're looking for two. One has to be taller than the other one. Oh, that's close. That is close. But the wrong way around. That's the taller one. That's the shorter one. The gap in that's too small. I think they don't match, you know, just going off by what I'm seeing here, I don't think they match. Now, what's worrying me is that the last two training missions we did, I did really badly in them. So I don't want to do badly in this one. I really want to try and get it right. So if it doesn't match and it doesn't match, then I'll get a good result. But if it does match and I say it doesn't match, then I won't. And I hope you don't have to go through the training missions and get them all perfect before you can get a proper case. I hope not. But honestly, I don't see a match here. Well, that's close. That is close, but again, it's just off. It's just off. Can you guys see a match? I mean, no. No. I'm not seeing it. I'm going to say profiles do not match. And export that. And exit analysis, take this result, which tells me they don't match. No match, okay. So I'm going to go email that to the person that emailed me in the first place. Select evidence, send evidence. There we go. Close. Will I get a reply? Or is that it? Like, is that my job done? Let's find out. I'm actually really nervous. Yes. See, again, it says insufficient. To support a definitive conclusion, further forensic analysis is required to establish necessary burden. Like, what? Man. Like, there's something I'm not doing right here. DNA analysis. So it did match, because it says incorrect analysis 1. DNA profile 2. So that was the 2 samples. DNA analysis 0. Which is weird, because I did analyze them. I did do that. I got it wrong, but I did do it. But I'm getting 0 out of 100 for that. I don't understand. It's really starting to annoy me. This is the second time this has happened. Right, I'll tell you what, let's exit that. And Like, okay, I'll show you, for example, right? So there is this one. Now, I know why training one didn't go well. It's because I ruined the memory cards, the memory chip in the phones. I overheated them. They got destroyed. That's why that was bad. Training 2, 47 out of 100 is because I didn't email the guy back or the person back with the fingerprints analysis. This one, I don't know why it just did that. I don't know why. I couldn't see a match. Could you see a match? There was no match there. Now, again, I could be doing it wrong. But I think we'll do mission 4 now, and then we'll see if this was going to unlock a case for us to do. But this one should be fun, because this training teaches you about collecting firearm-related evidence, reconstructing bullet trajectories, and comparing projectiles in the lab. Since this is a training scenario, you already know exactly which evidence needs to be secured. This is a luxury that never occurs in a real case. So we need to get the handgun and the projectile, the bullet basically. Find the gun, find the bullets. Okay, we can do that. Hopefully. I haven't got a good track record actually. So, I really hope you don't have to get like 100% to unlock a case. Because that's bad news for me at this point in time. Okay, so here we are, 9:01 AM. You have arrived at the LKA training site to learn about collecting firearm-related evidence. Take a look around and interact with the yellow hints. Same old, same old. Right, here's the first hint, placing the trajectory rod. After documenting the bullet hole, remove the projectile if still present, and take the trajectory rod from the large tool case. Yes. Return to the bullet hole, press the right mouse button to enter placement mode. Aim at the hole until the rod snaps into place and confirm with the left mouse button. Okay, so let's open up our stuff here. Now, where's the bullet hole? Where's the gun? Oh, it must be in here. Is that the hole? Okay, so press A for that. Pick up the tripod camera from the tool case. Press the right mouse button to enter placement mode and place it where you expect the projectile traveled with the left mouse button. Press E briefly to align the camera toward the expected projectile path. Press the left mouse button to start the 30-second exposure. Quickly pick up the spray can from the tool case and spray the laser starting at the trajectory rod. The camera takes the photo automatically. Right, does that make sense to anyone? Well, here's the... I wonder, I think I should get my evidence marker. Just to be sure. Yeah, and we'll place it right there. We'll get our camera out. Do you have to find the gun as well? Maybe don't take a photo of this actually. No, it's not letting me take a photo, but that's okay. That's fine. I'll put the camera back in. And there's the gun down there, by the way. There's the gun down there. Okay. I'm in the wrong room. What am I doing in here? Let's take the projectile out. There we go, we got it. Now we need to get our trajectory rod and stick it in the hole. So we do, that should be that there, which is good news. Okay, the question is, does anyone remember what the hell it meant with that tripod camera thing? Because I kind of wasn't listening. You gotta pick up a spray thing, don't you? Yeah. Right, so if I use the camera... Why did you... What? Where'd my tripod go? I gotta put you down again. Or maybe you do have different things you can hold. I don't know, man. Put that down. Pick up our camera. Place it here. This will give us the trajectory. So there's our... Yeah. Alright, okay. So we gotta get the laser. Come on. Come on, laser. Come on, come on, come on. And... Ah, shit. Does it trick me? How the hell has this become a time limit? "10 seconds. Come on. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry up, take the picture, god damn it. Oh man, this is intense. I think I got everything there. Yeah, I think that was good actually. I think I got everything I needed to get. Okay, that's good news. Right, that was intense. We'll take our evidence kit because I know where the gun is. It's down here. So we'll come from this angle. Put down our honkers. Oh man, I should have went closer slightly. Yeah. Right, let's go get our camera before we can collect this evidence. Alright, get down again. There we go. And that is the gun. Alright, I believe that's everything from the house. Again, I should have looked at the tab. I always make that mistake. So what's this guy saying? A neighbor reported a gunshot. You need to locate the weapon used, determine where the projectile went, and identify the firearm. So there is the bullet we got. The bedroom trajectory. Without me, there's just a tin in the middle of the air. And the gun. Okay. Okay. So let's get up. There's a little bit of evidence there. And we'll go back to the lab. Hopefully we get this one spot on this time. Hopefully. Here we are, back in the lab. So, we'll go to the email box as per usual. Inbox. You have collected all evidence from the crime scene. The next step is to analyze projectile and firearm in the lab. Okay. Please let me get this right. So, creating reference projectiles. Press A on the firearm slot to place a firearm. Press A on the red button to fire a reference shot into the water tank. Pick up the reference projectile from the side of the tank. That's it. Let's place the gun to see if it was the one that fired the shot. There we go. Open the lid. How do we open the lid? Where's my bullet? Oh, there it is there. Is that my bullets? I actually don't know. Collect it from the tank. There we go, we got it now, I think. Yeah, so... we get two of them. Water tank, and... yeah, we got two of them. Okay, fair enough. But we got them, and now we can compare the two. Oh, wrong room. Sorry, my mistake. Right, so projectile comparison. Press E on the microscope to start the projectile comparison. Select two projectile samples. Use the control knobs to adjust lighting and alignment. Work carefully. Accuracy is rated during case evaluation. Let me see now, is that giving us an example of what to do? See, then we're meant to match them up like that. So I get the idea of it. I do get the idea of it. And that would be a match. Well, I don't know if that's a match. It looks like a match. Decide whether the projectiles match or do not match. Export the results, exit the station, and pick up the result folder. That's all you have to do. It doesn't say nothing about you have to email or anything else. And there we go. Alright, so let's take the light. That's the light done. Now let's move these. Oh, here. That is a match if ever I've seen it. Projectiles definitely a match. Export. Yeah, for sure they match. Let's look at the results. Press tab. Yeah, they match. 100% match. Do I need to do anything else? It's not telling me I need to do anything else. Fingerprints, I have no... Well, I can take fingerprints off the... Could I take fingerprints off the gun? No, I think the reason why we got the gun was to check the projectile. Which we've done. And it's a match. So... I've basically done everything I can, right? So I'm going to open my email box. Send email. Send evidence. Surely that's it. An email. There we go. You have matched the projectile to the firearm. Right? So that's basically it. I've said it's the same one. Yeah. What's the tab? Hang on. No, not yet. So, yeah, you've matched the projectile to the firearm. So that should be it, right? That should be it in theory. Match them up. Extracted from bullet hole at the scene. That was the projectile where it went, trajectory. That was the gun. I got 2 of these. Hopefully it doesn't really affect anything. And they were a match. So that gun fired that bullet. That is what I know for a fact. Can we close this case? I think I actually did it this time. You have matched the projectile to the firearm. No way. Yeah, so 95, crime scene photos. What did I not photograph? Why did I not photograph? I tried to photograph the bullet, but it didn't work. So what did I not photograph? Son of a bitch. Projectile analysis. Yeah, so I got it fine. So I don't know what I've done to mess up the fingerprints and the biological one. I don't know what I've done there. But there we go. So one new case available. There we go. We've actually unlocked a case. The Schneider family residing at 13 Mullis Drive reports a projectile penetration through a kitchen window. So someone fired a bullet through a kitchen window. A bullet hole was found in the kitchen wall. Forensics is called to the scene to retrieve the projectile and perform a trajectory analysis to confirm the direction of fire. So that's what we're being called out to do. Okay, we'll save that for the next episode, I think. But that's our training done and dusted. And it was kind of a mixed bag, but there we go, we got it done. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos such as this, well, ones like this one, and others, of course. I'll be playing other games. And just hopefully you'll have a good day, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.